Hi, I'm Denise Merritt, CEO and founder of Merritt Business Solutions. Thanks so much for joining Merritt and Friends today. We hope you find the topic helpful, and if you don't mind, stay after and we'll share how Merritt Business Solutions may help your business. Thanks and enjoy.
Welcome to Merritt and Friends. My name is Jessica Morales, and I am here with Mandy Waters from Merritt Business Solutions. She's going to talk to us today about understanding your turnover rate. Mandy is passionate about helping business owners understand risk and compliance, employee retention and employee turnover, and other HR-related services and solutions. So with that, Mandy, the floor is yours.
Thanks so much, Jessica. So one of the biggest things that I keep hearing from business owners is that they're having a difficult time retaining the employees that they have or finding good ones. So I keep asking them what their turnover rate, and it's a very simple process, but many business owners don't understand it. So I'd like to take some time to kind of go through it. That way you can measure it either at any time period. So what is a turnover rate? It's a metric used to measure the rate of which employees leave an organization over a length of time. You could choose to look at it on a quarterly basis, an annual basis, or you can do it on a 5-year basis, a decade, any length that you would like to do it.
Do you recommend that all employers take a moment to look at a turnover rate?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It can tell you a lot about the practices that you're already doing, and maybe you can find just something to tweak those practices so that your turnover rate will get lower. I definitely want to go into what you can look for
Awesome.
with your rate. So it's a pretty simple equation. So you want to divide the number of employees that have left your organization by the average of employees that you have. And you can get the average by adding the employees that you started with and adding them to the numbers that you ended with and then divide it by 2.
Awesome.
So I know that there are word people and there are number people. So I think that it would be easier to look at an example. So we'll just take an example, ABC Business. In the year of 2022, they started with 8 employees. They ended with 10 employees, and in that year, 3 employees left. So if we put it into the equation, and with the 3 employees that left, we added the 8 employees that started, the 10 employees that ended, which is 18. We divided that by 2, which gives us 9. And then we multiply that by 100. And that gives us a 33% turnover rate.
That's pretty good to know the number wise. It makes sense when you see it in that fashion right there.
Oh, definitely. And that's the thing. It can be done on any basis or any time length. And it's pretty simple to do. So some of the things that you can collect or some of the things that you want to look at with knowing your turnover rate is the financial impact, the organizational health and performance of your organization or your business, and talent management. So if we look at the financial impact of ABC Business, we can see that in that year, they had to hire and train 5 new employees in the year. Now, the average cost to hire and train an employee is $4,000. So just to gain their 2 good employees at the end of the year, they spent $20,000.
Just to gain the 2.
Just to gain the 2.
The 2 that stayed.
Yes.
So the 3 that left, that's just money that's just gone.
And that's one of the reasons why you have to look at why they left. So by looking at the organizational health and performance, you can look at how are your management practices? Are they poor? Are there opportunities for growth? Do people want to stay there so that they can get into a management position? Do they feel engaged? Do they feel overworked and are expected to perform tasks outside of their expertise? And sometimes employees just feel undercompensated. And then another aspect that you can look at for your business is talent management. And in talent management is your hiring and your recruiting process. Did you hire on someone just because you needed a body? Did you really look into a compensation plan? Look at what other companies are paying for the exact same position, and be competitive with it. Do you have benefits to help complement their salary or their wage, to help them take care of themselves or their business or their family while they help take care of your business? And then there's career development, and we already went into looking for, management opportunities. What if they get really good at their job? Do you have an opportunity for a promotion? Do you have opportunity for raises? Do you have anything that they can look forward to and stay with your company?
So one question I do have is, would you recommend that when they're leaving that they do an exit interview to kind of identify the reasons why they're leaving, to kind of help with this turnover analysis?
Oh, definitely. An exit interview is so very important to be able to see how you can do better the next time around. Any business that just gets stuck in doing the exact same thing they've always done is not growing, is not moving, and is not expanding. And if you have options, or if you have goals to do so, an exit interview is key.
It's good to know.
So on average, a healthy turnover rate for an average company is less than 10%. So by looking at and putting in your numbers into it and looking at your turnover rate, then you can start looking at how you can do better and get to that 10%.
So I'm going to go back, in using this example here, would you say that this turnover rate is not only above average, but in need of total and complete analysis by, let's say, an HR company that can provide an audit?
Oh, definitely. For a company of 10 people, at the end of the year, 10 people, to spend $20,000 just to hire on 2 people. And that's not even including any type of benefits or promotions for them. It is just bringing them on and training them up to do the process or to do the job. And you got to look at that, because $20,000 for a small company is a lot of money.
It's big money, definitely big money. So the takeaway right now is that a healthy rate is less than 10%, and anything after the company has done their analysis using the metrics that you provided, anything that's over that 10% is recommended that they have a HR consultant, an audit, or some sort of analysis to see where they're missing the mark on, so that they can get that number lower to 10% going forward.
Well, I mean, it's definitely, I think every business should have an HR audit. If they think that they are able to do everything and look at all the rules and look at all the regulations and know exactly what needs to be done and what needs to be paid and how to put everything together, I think is very limited on a business owner's perspective. I think that an HR audit will definitely open some eyes. But when it comes to a turnover rate, you also have to look at involuntary and voluntary termination. So if you're terminating someone, or if there's termination because of poor performance, then maybe it's one aspect of HR that we need to look into, how to find a better prospect, or how to do performance reviews and coach them to be better. If they're leaving because of new job opportunities or for 50 cents more an hour, then it's looking at your compensation plans and your, how you're engaging with your employee. So there's a couple of key things. I definitely would suggest any business owner to have an HR consultant help you out. If you have any interest or a need to understand more about what your turnover rate tells you about your business, you should definitely give us a call, and we can kind of walk through that with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mandy. This has been very interesting and enlightening, and I appreciate your time today.
Awesome, Jessica. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day, guys.
You too.